due to with COVID, man, I have 2 repos.
I want to know so badly the percentage of people my age that their parents are helping them.
This is what his car says about him, muscle car edition. Let's get into it.
All right, so it's a mix of clips today. A little bit of everything. Trying to mix it up here, but all something to do with money. Before we get into it, the second channel is still on track for later this week. If you're interested, the link will be at the bottom of the description and pinned in the comments. It'll be completely different from this channel. Not about money, not about finance. I'm excited about it, and I hope you check it out. Let's jump into the first clip.
Hello?
Hello, with Mr. Frank Hernandez?
Yes, sir. Adrian.
Hey, brother, you asked me, you reached out to me on TikTok, and you want me to give you a call that you have a little situation that I may help.
I got an Altima 2019.
Okay.
It has 36,000 miles. Since I work in the oil field, nomás está parqueado at the shop in Edinburgh.
Okay.
So I'm negative, of course.
Okay.
Because due to with COVID, man, I have 2 repos.
I hear so many people blaming their situation on COVID. COVID didn't cause the repos. Poor planning caused them. I'm sure for some people it was a difficult time. I lost hours at my job. I'd be working for 2 weeks, off for 2 months. Back for a week, off again. I ended up leaving that job and taking a lower paying one. I probably took about a 50% cut. I stayed there for a few months until I found a better paying job. So it's not impossible. COVID isn't the greatest excuse. Now I know everyone's situation was different, but this seems to be an excuse that just keeps popping up even years later.
Oh yeah, no, and that's pretty common right now, Frank, to be honest with you.
I think I'm somewhere in the hole between, I think like 5 and 6.
Honestly, you can consider yourself lucky. 5 and 6 is a blessing right now with these times.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm in my credit on Expedia or Experian. It's from a 584 to a 609.
He's only 5 or 6 grand negative. That's not that big of a deal, especially if you just drive the car. I know everyone hates the term negative equity, but it really only matters if you're getting rid of the car. People want to switch cars every couple years, and all it does is cost you a ton of money. It really makes no sense to me. Drive as cheap as you can, keep the money in your account, and plan for those times where you might be out of work. There's no need to upgrade every couple of years. His credit score is pretty bad, so he's going to get hit with a high interest rate. He's probably going to put himself in a worse situation. Being 5,000 under is probably the better spot to be in.
Okay, 584.
I'm going up. My payments on my vehicle are all up to date, all current, all on time.
Okay, perfect. So what it shows here, Mr. Frank, is actually this is a perfect scenario because you do have 2 repos. That's not a big deal. You have a stable income. You're a little bit negative, but that's not a problem. You got another vehicle. You're reestablishing your credit. You're getting a little bit, a little bit better credit score. 584 is not something to be going crazy about.
I couldn't disagree with this guy more. 2 repos is a big deal. The credit score is trash, and owing more than the car is worth is a bad situation to be in. That's not one you want to be upgrading your car. But for the salesman, it's a great position for them, because it's not about helping you out. It's about putting money in their pocket.
From what you're telling me here, this is doable. I do these deals all day long. The key here is that what are you needing? So you have a 2019 Altima.
The Roma, dude, so I need at least a truck.
A truck. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And a used one, preferably 4x4, because of course it's a ranch, and when it rains, we get stuck.
Of course.
And I'm tired of borrowing my brother's truck.
Okay.
Days and everything, man, dude, it's real hard for the down payment, dude. I know my negative is going to require a down payment.
I would absolutely love a truck. There's only one problem with it. I don't need a truck. Most people don't. He probably doesn't either. A lot of people are buying what they want, not what they need. And it puts them in such a bad financial spot. Almost every guy I know that owns a truck never hauls a thing. There's never anything in the back, besides them in the winter shoveling out the snow. And on top of that, they complain about the fuel. Save the money and buy what you need, not what you want.
Well, the good thing is there's ways around that. Now, let me ask you something. Would you be open to a brand new vehicle so I can offset some of the rebates and utilize them as a down payment?
Like I said, Adrian, man, I mean, beggars can be choosers right now.
Of course.
Even though the thing is, my car is, I have a cosigner.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now that cosigner, I told him, give me just a year and a half, and I'll refinance it, and I'll get you off the lease. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's only gone 3 years, Adrian.
3 years.
He's
Of course, it gets worse. I think it was the same in the last video, planning to refinance later. You just never know what's going to happen. It's a horrible idea to just hope for the best. And on top of that, you're bringing someone else into it, putting them and their finances at risk. That can put a lot of stress on a relationship. And a lot of the times it's going to end badly. It's just not worth it for any vehicle. If it doesn't work under your name, it's not worth it. Don't drag someone else into it. These things usually end up badly.
Yeah, dude, and he's on my ass. And every other weekend, man, dude, that he wants it out. Dude. So preferably, man, I would like to try to get it on my own.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No. Honestly, you've reestablished for 3 years. Honestly, to offset the down payment, what I'm going to try to shoot for here is zero money down. Obviously, the holidays are coming up, and if I can get you with zero money down, I think that'll be a win in your books. And I feel that you're helping me out because you're a little bit open on your options. So when people give me,
I love how they make it sound like zero money down helps them out. It doesn't. It costs them more in the end. But it sure sounds good in the moment. These salesmen are able to make a really bad situation sound good. Make it sound easy like there's no problem. But it's debt. It's massive debt. Years of payments and high interest. For something the majority of people don't even need.
that opportunity to be like, hey, so, I'm not really stuck. These are the needs, but I'm pretty open. I can pretty much work some magic out and land you at a couple options here. So what I'm gonna do here, I'll call you back here in a little bit. I'll get you some of your information, like the credit app, all that good stuff, and I'll start working your deal personally. Okay?
So is he gonna call me?
Yeah, he'll call you.
I can't be mad at the salesman. They're just doing their job. But it's something I could never do. I wouldn't want to help people get in debt. I wouldn't want to tell them a bad situation is good. They can pretend a new vehicle is a great deal. It's better than buying something used. You don't need to put money down, no big deal. But the math is a different story. Everything here was a red flag. 2 previous repos, a really bad credit score, no money down, a cosigner, and being underwater on the car. One of those should be enough to make you realize it's not worth it. But with vehicles, people just lose common sense. They just jump right in and forget about what it costs them.
I want to know so badly the percentage of people my age that their parents are helping them. And that is completely fine. I wish that I was in that position. I think sometimes I feel a little bit jealous because I know that my friends definitely have their parents helping them. I haven't had a dime from my parents since I was probably 16. I've been working since I was 16. I worked all through nursing school. Everything that I have is in my name and I pay all the bills. My rent, I live alone. And I don't say this in like a flexing way. I know what I do for work, and like I can't afford half of their lifestyle.
I don't know anyone's parents who are helping them, but I have heard quite a few stories, especially when it comes to down payments on homes. The one thing I have noticed is people just keep spending. Now, if you don't know, I'm from Canada, and things in Canada aren't that great right now. Everything is insanely expensive. Food, fuel, homes, even rent. A lot of people are in debt. A lot of people are skipping meals, but everyone just keeps spending. And eventually it's going to catch up. One person I know, they're spending like there's no issue. I know their wages, I know their hours. I can see what they're buying. And I know it's not coming out of their bank account. It's going straight on a credit card. And even though it's not my debt, it stresses me out to see it. I see that person making the same mistakes I made years ago. And I know how difficult that's going to be to try to fix it.
It's like they are constantly traveling. They're buying designer. And like, I'm 25. Like if they're not in healthcare, they're probably just a couple steps up from a entry-level position somewhere. And I'm just like, wow, your parents have to be helping you. Or am I just doing something wrong? And I'll never ask them. It's so not my place. But like, there's just math isn't mathing, I don't think. Like I'm really...
The person I was just talking about, they're also in healthcare. It's a decent wage. I know their parents aren't helping them. It is the credit cards. When the paycheck's gone, it just gets put on cards. It gets charged. And I'm sure it's happening with a lot of people. And this person does know I mention them from time to time on here, so it is okay. So many people don't want to live within their means. I've done the same in the past. I just wanted to have fun. I thought I deserved these things. You can just put the debt aside and worry about it later because you think money's always going to come in. That type of spending, it always catches up. And the stress of spending like that, for myself, caused more spending. It just made the situation worse. Live within your means, don't look at what anyone else is doing. Save your money, plan for the future, and do everything you possibly can to avoid debt.
Dave Ramsey says pay the smallest balance first. The Avalanche method says pay the highest interest rate first. And neither one of them tells you which card is squeezing your cash flow the hardest right now. That's what the debt efficiency percentage does. Minimum payment divided by the balance. Highest percentage goes first. Not the smallest balance, not the highest rate. Highest cash flow pressure per dollar owed. That debt efficiency percentage card is taking a bigger chunk of your available cash flow every single month, more than any other card you have. Eliminate that pressure first and your budget starts breathing immediately. Dave methods works. This one works with the cash flow you actually have right now.
Dave Ramsey's method really isn't about math. Most of the people who get into debt aren't about math. The reason he has you pay off the smallest one is because it's an instant win. You go from owing on 5 cards down to 4 right away. It can be really motivating, help you feel a lot better about your situation. It may not work out mathematically, but if the numbers were that important in the first place, most of these people wouldn't be in debt. People should look at all the different methods of paying down debt and figure out which one works better for them. What works well for me might not necessarily work good for someone else.
Here are 3 ways to tell that someone is sneaky poor. Sneaky poor is when someone tries to come across like they make a lot of money, but they really don't make that much and they're kind of a fraud. Number 1 is a dead giveaway. Their car is too nice for the house that they live in. Priorities all out of whack. Red flag. Number 2, they always seem to be talking about money and posting every single win on Instagram. They're just craving some attention. Big red flag. And then the last one a lot of people are going to disagree with, but if they were Gucci, Louis Vuitton, huge red flag. Rich people don't wear that.
That last one really stood out to me. The designer clothing, the designer brands. The people I know with a little bit of money, they don't buy it. A few of them even shop at the thrift stores, used clothes. I think a lot of celebrities giving these designer items for free so they can post it and show it online. And people who can't afford it want it. I'd watched a documentary a while back, how a lot of these products are advertised to lower income people. They don't target the rich. They show this to the poor. And a lot of these things are just really cheap. They're put together for a couple dollars, sold for thousands. All because it has a little logo. Somehow people just fall for it. It doesn't make sense to me.
This is what his car says about him, muscle car edition. Let's get into it. He has a Dodge Charger Hellcat. He probably has bad credit. Honestly, will leave you with his baby. He pronounces his credit score as 550, and he's probably had it financed through Santander and has a 30% interest rate. He makes horrible decisions, but it's okay. Once he's done with his car, he'll just go steal another one.
I mean, what can you say about that? She nailed it. I've actually seen most of the clips that's been on this channel. A lot of people in these clips, it's a low credit, no money. The absolute worst financial situations, but they need the top of the line car. The majority of people with money aren't doing that. They're doing the opposite. It's a less expensive, reliable car. The money they save gets invested, and they end up making more. The proper way, the way it should be.
2 months ago, I was 29 years old. I had a job full-time. I was living in my apartment, living by myself, living comfortably. I had a girlfriend who I was dating long distance because I loved her so much and she loved me. We were to make this work. We have our issues, but we were willing to work through them. 1 month ago, I was let go of my full-time job and I had no money to pay rent because the rent was increasing after living here for 1 year, so I moved in with my parents. My girlfriend at the time was still very supportive.
I can already see where this one's headed. The job's gone, the girl probably is shortly after. This really comes down to saving, having a plan for these emergencies. It's something I didn't do when I was younger, and I wish I did. The majority of the time it was paycheck to paycheck, and every couple of years something would happen with the jobs. I was never fired, but there were layoffs. Some were temporary, some were permanent, and I never had that cushion between jobs. In the moment, everything seems fine. You think that paycheck just keeps coming in. Everything's great right up until it isn't. Have a plan, put some money away for the bad days. Saving money should be just as important as paying your mortgage or rent.
Even though we still had our issues, they were increasing, but we were working through them. 1 day ago, I broke up with my girlfriend of 2 years. We had an issue we could not fix or work out. I live with my parents at 29 years old, and now I work at a bar full-time managing. Yep, that is what life is right now.
I keep hearing in the news a lot of people are still living with their parents. Late 20s, early 30s, even 40s. Things are a lot different now. The cost of everything is rising, but the wages aren't. That's just the way it is. It's a different world. I think as long as you're trying, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I even know a person or two that choose this. They're staying at home because they want to save money. They can afford to be on their own. They're using this time to put away as much money as they can and setting up investments. And in the end, it's going to put them so much further ahead than everyone else. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.